let's get into this evidence, right? And now our credible source is telling us that Brits should prepare a 72-hour survival kit as Putin plots to sabotage gas pipelines and cause mass blackout, warns spies. Okay? So the EU was telling their people to be prepared. Now they're telling us in the UK to be prepared. No, I don't see where they're telling us that we should have alternative source to eat our homes. I don't see that part. Maybe they have mentioned it and I didn't see it. No, in England, they want to charge you for using your chimney. So basically, they are trying to get you out of the habit of using coal and wood. Now, what will happen if our pipelines are sabotaged and we have a blackout and it happened in winter? Then what next? What next? What do you do? Right? Because I've been telling you guys that we will be getting the winter from hell, just like the movie The Day After Tomorrow. That is what is going to happen. And a lot of you gonna die a very painful and brutal death. But what you're not going to say is that no one tried to warn you, no one tried to tell you. There's a lot of good information out here on these YouTube streets. You have plenty of time to be prepared. The winter from hell is coming. And when you see these powers coming out and telling you to have 72-hour survival kit, best believe something is imminent. Something is brewing. And you don't need 72 hours, you need years. Yes. If possible, prepare for years. Have enough wood and coal to serve you for years, and food as well. Right? Because what is coming is going to be absolutely brutal. And the thing about it is that there won't be a lot of alternative for many of you. Because gone are the days when we used to use natural fiber for clothing and sheet. Now we are embracing polyester. You cannot burn polyester to keep you and your family warm just in case you have no wood, you have no coal. You cannot use polyester, right? Let us get into the evidence and see what they're saying. Fears of a plot by Russia to sabotage Britain's energy pipeline means families should pack a 72-hour survival kit. Security advisors have warned. As the UK pursues a net zero environmental target, leading to the closure of coal-fired power stations, the country has become increasingly reliant on supplies of gas and electricity from abroad in order to keep the lights on. Now, in case of an emergency, and this country is reliant on overseas sources to keep the lights on, what's going to happen when we cannot access these overseas sources? I'm telling you, they are setting you people up. They are setting you people up. With the UK reported to have come close to blackouts during the past winter, saved only by emergency reserves and electricity imported undersea from Denmark. Security experts have argued that British households should follow the example of the EU, which has advised citizens to pack a 3-day survival kit. You will need more than 3 days. You're going to need more than 3 days because we're going to have the winter from hell. And they're telling you this means something is brewing. They're telling you this means something is most definitely going to happen. And you better understand, I've got the vision. We're going to get the winter from hell. Right? Let's continue. They're telling you that the survival kit should include water, non-perishable food, medicine, battery powered radio, a torch, identity documents, and a Swiss knife. Really? What about alternative means to keep you and your family warm? What about that one? People, understand the time and season we are living in. And a lot of you that live in Europe, especially in the UK, believe because you live in this very powerful, wealthy country and you've seen this country go to war with everybody else and you eat, drink, sleep, go on holiday as if everything is okay. You believe things are going to play out like that. No, the war is going to come to your doorstep. And each and every one of you got to find a way how to survive. This is not like the days of our grandparents where they could pull together, unite, and share crops and do things together to survive. These are different times. You cannot trust anyone. No one is your friend. And when things go bad, the only person you have is yourself. Right? Because every man is going to try to use the next person. Every man is going to try to get to your supplies. So when things get bad, whether it is climate or it is a war, understand you stand alone. You and your family stand alone, and you've got to find a way to survive. And you cannot be running out in the streets looking for items to survive when Noah's flood is happening. You should already have your supplies, right? There are certain things that you should have already have, like wood, coal. You should have water, right? Water treatment tablets. These are things you should already have. You should have cleaning products. Bleach is very important. Bleach is very, very important. You should have a good supply of bleach, right? Black bags, yeah. Understand what is about to happen, and you need to have a list and go over the things that you need to have, because these governments have moved manufacturing to the east. They have moved manufacturing to some of the people we call our enemies. And in case of a war, these people are not going to be producing the things that you need. When your very own government starts sourcing production in that area, right? Moving a lot of the production in that area. Understand they set you up, right? These people have set you up, and somehow you are all taking a relaxed approach, because I saw what happened in 2020. We need to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.